racism, niggas can't get rid of me. Picture me backing down from niggas that's featherweight. One uppercut and I watch you levitate. Two-piece of man, then I watch them dissipate. Saw the worth to God, the nigga you love to hate. Alright, so the swag science is back. We have the Miguel Cotto versus Sergio Martinez undisputed middleweight championship of the world pay-per-view fight popping off this weekend. Now, I feel like this is going to be a good fight. It's going to have some real dramatic moments, good exchanges, bombs are going to be landed. You're going to see some boxing skills. You're going to see everything you want in a good fight. And it has to deliver because that undercard is fucking terrible. If you thought the other undercards for the pay-per-views we've had this year in the past were underwhelming or you ain't fuck with them like that, yo, trust me, this shit is horrible, man. And it really fucked over Willie Nelson and that Andy Lee matchup, because that would at least been a decent fight right there. But anyways, let's get back to the main event. This is really like a crossroads type of matchup for Cotto. Yeah, he looked good against Delvin Rodriguez, but Rodriguez is just a solid, decent dude. He's no scrub. And, you know, Freddie Roach had Cotto looking like prime Cotto with the body punching, and he was quick. He was sitting down on his shots. He looked real good, but, you know, you got to consider the opponent. And I thought Rodriguez would do a little better, but we all knew he was outmatched. We just ain't knew he would just get brutalized like that. But still, I can't pick Cotto to beat Martinez just off that performance. Not no dudes is looking at me sideways like, yo, what's good, bro? You talking about Cotto losing to Sergio? This is the same Sergio who has this injury, that injury, the fucked up knee. He's always getting dropped in all his fights. Yes, that's true. But just the whole stylistic matchup just favors Sergio Martinez in this fight in a big way. Now, if you recall, I picked Cotto to beat Trout in a close fight and everything, and I was wrong. And you got motherfuckers to this day still comment on that video on some, yeah, you was wrong. Like, motherfucker, that fight was like damn near 3 years ago. Like, if you ain't talking shit back then, like, what the fuck you bothering me now? But anyways, man, you know, Trout was more of a unproven commodity. You know, you knew he had skills. He was southpaw, had angles and all that. Basically, when you compare Martinez and you look at Trout, you know, Trout was like a Sergio Martinez light to Cotto, and he dominated Cotto. Like, Cotto won like maybe 3 rounds in that fight at best. His face was getting fucked up, everything. He had dude running at one point, body shots, uppercuts, right hooks, combinations. He gave Cotto that work. And Trout's not even a big puncher. He's like average at best. Even a Martinez that has injuries and everything and old and past it, he still hits harder and is a lot physically stronger than a guy like Austin Trout. So that's one thing. And the whole southpaw angle. Dudes who are southpaw always seem to land their best shots on fucking Cotto. You seen it with Zab, with them damn uppercuts. Martinez has a good uppercut. Trout landed some uppercuts. Pacquiao landed some uppercuts. And not only that, when you look at the boxing style matchup, but the physicality. Martinez is a full-blown middleweight now. Let's get all this shit out of our head with the Martinez is a blown-up middleweight. Look, dude grew into that weight. It took him a few years, but he's a real middleweight. He's probably the biggest opponent Cotto has ever faced. Now, Cotto doesn't really do good with guys that are bigger than him. Especially when the guys that are bigger than him are just as skilled or even more skilled. Like, for instance, a guy like Kelson Pinto is bigger than Cotto. But come on, Kelson Pinto isn't that skilled like that. He was high. Cotto brutalized him. Delvin Rodriguez looks bigger than Cotto. He's bigger than Cotto. Skill-wise, and in his league, he got destroyed. You know what I'm saying? But dudes who are bigger, they got the same type of skill range as Cotto. Guys like Margarito, even Mayorga, you know, gave Cotto a good fight. And he was past it, and his skills ain't all that. Trout's bigger than Cotto. His skill levels up there. So you kind of get what I'm saying. You see a trend in this type of style matchup. Now, as far as what Cotto could do to overcome that physicality deficit, he has to do what everybody else does to compete with Martinez. Fucking double jab and straight right hand, step in and jab. Martinez is the only elite fighter I've seen that you could just damn use the basics and compete with this guy. We seen everybody drop this dude with that same type of combination, something that you learn in your first month of fucking boxing training. The thing is, Cotto doesn't have the size and the power to really make that work, so you can't compare him doing that shit to Martin Murray, who's a real middleweight, who has a big size about him, who has physicality, who has middleweight power. So I just throw all that shit out the window when people say, oh man, Cotto's this, that, he's skilled, da-da-da-da-da. Like, yeah, that's cool, but there's a certain level. Your skills will only take you so far when you got a guy bigger than you and just as skilled or even more skilled. Because Martinez, truth be told, he's not really all that skilled when it comes to, boxing wise. He's above average, but he's just enough to really nullify what Cotto could do. And then he has the size, he has mean power, may not be no Adonis Stevenson power, but he has legit power. He could drop you, hurt you, he could bust your fucking face up. He could do all that shit, really. So you really just gotta look at all of that when you analyze this matchup. Martinez, all he has to do is really jab, bait Cotto to come in, shoot that uppercut in between Cotto's high guard, wash, rinse, repeat, flurry through the combinations. He doesn't even really have to attack Cotto like that. Cotto has to go in there against him. And that's just a bad look for Cotto, man. I honestly don't see how Cotto could win this fight unless Sergio Martinez has like a freak accident, or Cotto just lands one of the best fucking combinations of punches he's ever landed in his whole entire fucking career. I just don't see Cotto winning this fight. That's how I just look at it, man. Yeah, he's the Hall of Famer. He's one of the Puerto Rican legends. He's up there. He's a real star. I just don't see it, and I think Cotto kind of knows it too. That's why he's making all these super fucking diva demands, and he has Martinez seriously fucking pissed. And you know what happened last time when Cotto had a fighter pissed? Remember how pissed he had Trout become when you looked at the All Access and Trout, his family wasn't able to go into the press conferences and weigh-ins, and he would just shrugging dude off. And then I think he was pissing people off in Puerto Rico. They had to pay for the fight on pay-per-view. It was a whole bunch of fuckery Cotto be doing, and it just rubs people the wrong way, especially his opponents. And they just really just bring that out on the fucking day of the fight. And I think Martinez is just gonna unleash an unholy ass whooping on dude, man. So at the end of the day, man, Martinez, just everything favors him except the little injuries. But even then, I think he could overcome any type of pain he has to beat Cotto. Cotto isn't some iron chin dude like that. He's older now. He kind of gives in more when he fights. I guess what I'm trying to say is, at this stage in his career, Cotto knows when he's had enough. And he's either going to get knocked out or be taking a knee, or it's going to be a stoppage. So at the end of the day, I'm still going with the Sergio Martinez by late KO, late destruction, however the fuck you want to call it. And that's it for the Swag Science. Go ahead and check out my new Trap Titans mixtape, man. Good workout music, something you can vibe your head to. Real hard shit, lyrical shit, you know what I mean? Other than that, y'all be easy. One.